shaman or a medicine person with any ailment that has caused you to be disheartened, disembodied, dispirited, or diseased, they would ask you these 4 questions. When did you stop dancing? When did you stop singing? When did you stop being enchanted by stories? And when did you stop finding comfort in the sweet territory of silence? I'll go one step further and ask, when did you stop feeling? When did you stop laughing? When did you stop loving you unconditionally? When did you stop receiving joy and pleasure in life? When did you stop being grateful? Put bluntly, when did you lose your soul? Because collectively, we have lost our soul. Culturally, we've lost our soul. And individually, we've lost our soul. Society today reeks of soul loss. It's palpable. It's cringeworthy. No one is immune to soul loss. We were born from a wounded lineage who suffered from soul loss into a wounded, soulless society, instantly inheriting an infraction of our spirit. We were taught to prioritize mind over body, left brain over right brain, logic over intuition, doing over being, masculine over feminine, and thinking over feeling. We've swung so far to the extreme that the majority of society cannot even begin to fathom what retrieving their soul would look like or feel like, let alone the soul work that's required to retrieve it. Many can't even fathom that they can't even fathom it. The profound questions above all lead to one thing: somatophobia, fear of the body, and the magnificent feeling presence within. Because guess what? In order to retrieve your soul, you have to heal your body. And in order to heal your body, you have to feel your body. And unfortunately, we've become so accustomed to living without a soul and unable to feel our body that the energy of our soul and body, not to mention the work required to retrieve our soul and heal our body, scares the living bejesus out of us. We've been trained to believe that any pain or symptom we feel in our body is inherently negative, instead of a message that our body is trying to communicate to us about what we need to heal in order to reclaim what we lost. We've been programmed to automatically connect any and all pleasure to sexual pleasure, driving us to the need to do something about it, which leads to us expelling our sacred life force energy, which is losing another part of our soul, and sharing the pain of our unhealed traumas and wounds with our partners. We've been conditioned by religion to associate anything with the body, from the sexual organs to the act of sex to breathing itself, as shameful and sinful. We've been identifying with the ego from the day we were born into a wounded society, and it is the ego that fears our soul, not the other way around. The ego lives in the head, not the body. So of course it fears feeling the body. It'd be out of its comfort zone, and it keeps us comfortable in our comfort zone. And we're now caught up in a vicious cycle. Trauma leads to soul loss, which leads to disconnection from the body, which is the root cause of the mind-body split. And the mind-body split is the root cause of all pain and suffering in the world today. This dilemma is just like a caterpillar who has not found its cocoon yet. Emphasis on the yet. As no matter how lost, stuck, traumatized, wounded, depressed, disembodied, disconnected, disheartened, or dispirited you may feel, the one thing that is not lost is a way home to your body, to your mind, and to your soul. And the way there is much more accessible, affordable, and rewarding than you think. It only requires two things, both of which have been deemed taboo, bad, wrong, sinful, and shameful for thousands of years, yet are the key players in the cure for the somatophobia epidemic. These two things have been prohibited and burned at the stake because they wake you up. And when you wake up, you begin to see through the cracks in the false matrix system. And if you begin to take back your power from the system crumbles.